Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are completely demystifying the highly crowded, slightly chaotic 2026 landscape of AI interior design tools. Look, if you've been feeling totally overwhelmed by the sheer number of apps out there promising to magically redesign your living room in 3 seconds, well, you are definitely not alone. Our goal today is to cut right through all that noise and help you find the exact right tool for your specific project. Whether you're just daydreaming about a new look or you're actively swinging a sledgehammer, we've got you covered. Here is exactly what we are going to cover today. First, the 2026 AI design boom. Then, the 3 camps of AI tools. After that, quick inspiration and restyling. Planning a real renovation, the professional toolkit, and finally, the future of design. Let's get right into it. Starting with Section 1, the 2026 AI design boom, looking at the leap from legacy software to instant AI. We have come a seriously long way, haven't we? Think way back to 2006. That's when the open-source software Sweet Home 3D launched, which was huge at the time, giving people the ability to manually draw out 2D plans and drag-and-drop virtual furniture. Fast forward to the early 2020s, and we get the big emergence of prompt-based AI. You type an idea, you get a mood board. But accelerating rapidly to our massive 2026 boom, we're now seeing full pipeline AI design tools that instantly process your floor plans and generate photorealistic, fully interactive spaces in a blink. It's wild. Okay, moving to Section 2, 3 camps of AI tools. Because frankly, you have to find the right tool for the right job.
According to the AI Renovation Guide, there are 3 distinct functional categories you absolutely need to know before you start downloading apps. First up, photo-based redesigns. These take an actual photo of your room and actually preserve your fixed architecture. Stuff like your walls and windows stay put. Second, prompt-only generators. These ignore your photos entirely and just create fantasy spaces from your text for pure inspiration. And third, virtual staging tools. These are tuned specifically for real estate, basically filling empty listing photos with virtual furniture so buyers can actually picture a lived-in home.
All right, Section 3, quick inspiration and restyling. Let's look at the tools built specifically for the dreamer. If you're in that dreamer phase, RoomGPT is wildly popular right now, boasting over 2 million users. And honestly, it's popular because it's dead simple. You just upload a photo, pick a style, maybe modern or minimalist, and boom, you get a restyled room in seconds. But, and this is a huge but, it is strictly for inspiration. The AI-generated furniture it drops into your room, it doesn't actually exist. You literally cannot buy it. So fantastic for a quick what-if visual, but definitely not a real planning tool. Now, maybe you just want to test out a new wall color without, the total regret of buying 5 gallons of the wrong paint. LightX offers a super handy, remarkably simple 3-step visualizer. You upload an image, and their AI-enabled brush precisely detects objects and edges, letting you easily swipe and virtually paint your walls. It's perfect for seeing real-time color changes without breaking a sweat. Now, here's a really important contrast in how these inspiration tools actually charge you. RoomGPT relies on metered credits. You get maybe 1 or 2 free, and then you're paying per render, which, let's be real, creates some major credit anxiety if you want to just sit there and keep tweaking a design. On the other hand, a tool like Interior AI Pro eliminates that anxiety entirely by offering unlimited in-plan renders directly on a native iOS app. Plus, it gives you extra modes for exteriors and empty rooms. It's a pretty major step up if you find yourself constantly redesigning spaces. Which brings us to Section 4, planning a real renovation. These are the tools for the homeowner. For homeowners looking to really roll up their sleeves and draw their own 2D and 3D floor plans on a budget, Planner 5D is an absolute giant in the space. I mean, they've built a massive community of over 120 million amateur designers. That is a staggering number. However, just keep in mind that its free tier does come with some pretty heavy restrictions, stuff like watermarked renders and limited access to their catalog. So, if you're doing complex work, you're almost certainly going to need a paid subscription. And here's the million-dollar question, the most important consumer metric for any renovation. Can you actually buy the furniture you are looking at? The difference is huge. RoomGPT gives you AI-generated fantasy items, and Planner 5D gives you generic catalog models. But comprehensive platforms like Meltflex, they let you place real, specifically priced products right into your design that you can literally check out and purchase. That is a massive leap forward for anyone trying to plan a real-world project. The absolute crucial takeaway here is exactly what the AI Renovation Guide highlights. A true renovation tool has to preserve your fixed architecture. Seriously, think about it. If the AI hallucinates a beautiful bay window exactly where your plumbing is supposed to be, that render is completely useless to a builder. You need the output to reflect reality so a real-world contractor can accurately price the job based on exact dimensions. All right, moving into Section 5, the Professional Design Toolkit. Let's look at renders and workflows for the pros.
Real estate agents dealing with empty listings face a very specific problem. Empty rooms just look smaller, and they do not sell as well. But by using tools like Interior AI, they can virtually stage these spaces across more than 40 different aesthetic styles, everything from Scandinavian to Art Deco. It's brilliant because it helps potential buyers immediately understand the true scale and potential of a room, and it completely bypasses the massive cost of physically renting and moving heavy furniture.
Meanwhile, architects and dedicated interior designers are jumping all over a tool called Spacely AI. It's already been explored by over 580,000 users worldwide, and its main draw, generating absolutely photorealistic, client-ready renders in under 60 seconds. That speed is a game changer. It means professionals can respond to client feedback and revise their designs almost instantly during a meeting. Actually, what makes Spacely AI particularly powerful is that it doesn't force professionals to abandon their current software. It speeds up workflows tremendously by integrating directly into existing 3D software like SketchUp. You just install the extension, select your model, choose a style, and boom, you can render lifelike lighting and textures without ever once leaving your SketchUp window.
Finally, we reach Section 6, the future of design, where we look at the ultimate end-to-end pipeline.
We brought up Meltflex earlier, and they are truly positioning themselves as this complete pipeline of the future. It's the whole shebang. It impressively takes a 2D floor plan, converts it to 3D in seconds, allows for spatial layout with real-world scaled furniture, offers photorealistic redesigns, and then culminates in studio-quality, completely shoppable renders. It's one single workflow connecting your initial spark of an idea all the way to the shopping cart. But even with all this mind-blowing automation, the human touch isn't totally gone. Services like Decorala and Heavenly remain highly relevant. They operate as these great hybrid services for clients who want the cost efficiency and the speed of AI, but still deeply desire the expert oversight, the specific taste, and the curation of a real human designer. Which leaves us with a pretty profound question to wrap up this explainer. As these AI tools effortlessly bridge the gap between a vague imagination and a physical purchase in mere seconds, how will the role of the human interior designer adapt and evolve? Will they become tech managers? Curators of taste? It is a fascinating frontier, and the tools we've looked at today are honestly just the beginning. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep exploring.